First and foremost, I'd like to give all honors, praises, glories, thanksgivings, greetings, salutations, respects to yaHaWaH, Bahasham, yaHaWaH Shai, Bahasham Rakar Wakakwadash. yaHaWaH, He is, He has been. yaHaWaH, He is existence, He exists. yaHaWaH, existence. yaHaWaShai, He saves, He delivers. yaHaWaShai, He is help, He is succor. yaHaWaShai, He's salvation. Rakah, Rawak HaKodash, Holy Spirit, the Holy Spirit. Double peace, honors, and salutations to the elders of GMS, Great Milton, El Tahar, Aram Ab Gabar, Rakah, Rawak, top men, past, present, and future. Hopefully, like predestinated from the beginning of time with Adonai yaHaWaH for victory. Head apostles, preachers, prophets, teachers of yaHaWaH, yaHaWaH through the Holy Spirit, guides teaching the 100% truth of Torah versus Bible scripts, great rulership, and first elect men under Adonai yaHaWaH and Malak Dawad when they break through the clouds and the so-called UFOs to establish truth, reality. Shalom, double peace, honor, salutations to great rulership of yaHaWaH, and for that matter, all over the whole world and the whole universe. The men at Great Millstone are the leaders, past, present, and future of all of you jerk-offs. Least you are helpfully elect, then they're going to be our leaders, fellow brethren. So in thus, Shalom Talaki, met on the highways of always internet information, super high person, truth, and necessary brother Sharath one more time. Before the missiles hit, and they will hit, ICBM thermonuclear annihilation, fiery indignation, wrath from yaHaWaH, yaHaWaH Shai, and the Holy Spirit, principalities, angels, and 144 lake who are wishing, hoping, praying to yaHaWaH, yaHaWaH Shai that Russia pushes the button sooner rather than later and destroys America and the assholes in it, Americans, regardless of genetic, race, religion, creeds. Esau, Edom, so-called red, white, European, Caucasian devil, which is what he is. The white man is the devil. And Gentile pagan heathens who are not so-called red, white, European, Caucasians, or black, browns, peoples of the world will also be in servitude and will get burned up in America. And 2/3 of you niggers who worship money, who worship food, and who worship that asshole of a woman, you all will be set on motherfucking fire because y'all can't stop talking shit. You believe that we're talking shit, and that makes you a bigger devil than everybody. Those who negate what Great Millstone, the followers thereof, the members and the followers, I am just a follower, I am not a member of Great Millstone, I follow 100% truth, are talking shit, then you are a devil, demon. Just like they were ridiculing and mocking yaHaWaH back in the day, saying that he hath a devil and that he was a Samaritan, when actually half of you niggers are not even actual Israelites, and the half of you that are genetic are not spiritual Israelites, and thus will be set on motherfucking fire. So Babylon the Great Mystery, Babylon, America. America will be set on fire and every asshole in it. Not before the implementation of the temptation of the hour of the whole world, which is the RFID chip Neuralink mark of the beast. If you worship food, if you worship the woman, and if you worship money, you will take this. You will. A lot of you don't believe RFID chip Neuralink is mark of the beast, and some of you who do believe don't give a fuck because in your twisted mind, just because you're a Hebrew Israelite and you're actually in a camp and out on the highways and byways pushing perverted doctrine, but you think you're pushing actual doctrine, and you think you can take the RFID chip Neuralink mark of the beast and still get salvation in the chariots, you're an asshole and a devil. And I'm talking to 2/3 reprobates who are supposedly in the truth, allegedly, but who are perverting the word of the Lord with all the bullshit coming out of your mouth. Food is not God, money is not God, and bitch of a woman isn't God. And if I've offended you and you claim to be a great Hebrew Israelite, you ain't a Hebrew Israelite. You're a genetic black nigger. So, and thus, ending on my last video, which was to you 2/3 reprobate assholes who are going to be set on fucking fire for talking shit, whether you like it or not, know it or not, care for it or not, whatever. Zechariah 13 prophesies what you Hebrew Israelites are going to go through. Also, it symbolizes what us hopefully elect are going to go through, except one of us, and we're both going through fire. All of Israel, the whole world, is going to be set on fire. And when I mean the world, I mean the people. The actual earth, about 1/3 or 1/4 will be set on fire. But in thus, human, let's just say specifically America and all the people in it, which are the one third and two thirds of yaHaWaH, will be set on fire. And depending on what works you have worked and how you spent your time striving against sin unto death, I don't know how it's about information highway pushing this truth and sincerity, then you will understand salvation, or you will understand pain via thermonuclear annihilation. Two-thirds of you niggers who keep talking shit about food, about money, and about that bitch of a woman, you will know who yaHaWaH is, and you will know who your parents are when we get in the millennial kingdom, when you're reincarnated like a little baby because you can't stop goo and goggling shit. Zechariah 13:7, awake, O sword, against my shepherd, the sword being Esau, Edom, and any killing device, against the man that is my fellow Hebrew Israelites, saith AhLa, when yaHaWaH of hosts, smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scared. I will turn my hand upon the little ones, and I will turn my hand upon the little ones. Again, if you're a woman and you're a child and you don't think yaHaWaH's going to touch you, he is going to specifically and exaggeratingly set you assholes on fire. Women and children will be set on motherfucking fire. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith AhLa, when yaHaWaH, two parts therein shall be cut off and die. It says the word die right here in Zechariah 13:8. But the third shall be left therein. yaHaWaH and yaHaWaShai, whom the world ignorantly calls Lord, and Jesus are going to destroy the majority of the Hebrew Israelites, the true Hebrew Israelites. All those Jews living in the promised land today, every last one of them will die. Because they're fake Jews. They're not the real Jews. They're another completely other ethnicity, peoples that are claiming to be the Jews so that they can have power over the world. It's not that fucking hard to understand. The true Hebrew Israelites scattered all over the world, so-called dark, black, and brown peoples of the world, are the true Hebrew Israelites. And the majority of those who are going to get destroyed will be in America, two-thirds, and the one-third. Not to say, because uh, the head apostles has brought it up, to not to say that there is no one-third or two-third in the rest of the world. It's just the majority, 80, let's say 80, 90% of the one-third and the two-thirds are in America. The rest 10% of both the one-third and the two-third are scattered around the world, and they're probably in specialized they're going to be in specialized situations, and they're there for reasons other than two-thirds and three-thirds and one-third in America. So and thus, you niggers, your women, and your children will be set on fire. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith AhLa, when yaHaWaH, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as the silver is refined. I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, which is why we know the hopefully elect, mostly of great millstone, because we go into the Paleo Hebrew and we know the name in the Paleo Hebrew and the proper breakdown thereof of yaHaWaH, yaHaWaShai, and the Wakar Wakakodash. And I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, only the hopefully elect. Obviously, all of Israel will be saved, as I said in the last video, and as Paul, the man of yaHaWaH, says. But in the millennial kingdom, proving reincarnation and proving that the 144 elect male men has been, and will be forever, leader, head, apostles, prophets, teachers, fathers, priests, singers, songwriters, the creme de la creme, the top of the top, forever. 144,000 male men are your fathers, you silly little godless goddamned children Israelites who claim that you niggas are the fathers. And I'm talking about the other so-called leaders of these other so-called camps. Y'all niggas ain't shit. And so and thus, my first video of Back to the Basics, or my first couple of videos, were about two-third niggers, regardless if they know that they're Hebrew Israelites or not, but keep talking shit because they love money, food, and the women. You're all going to be set on fire. So and thus, moving on to my next Back to the Basics topic, Esau, Edom, so-called red, white, European, Caucasian. I just went through Back to the Basics, my last two videos, and half of this video on not all of Israel will be saved. The true Hebrew Israelites are the so-called African Americans brought over on the West Atlantic slave trade, Latino, Hispanics, and Aboriginal, original Native Americans of North, South America, and all over the world, whose original homestead is Canaan, Israel, Jerusalem, Levant. So and thus, anyone Most 80 to up to 90% of so-called red white people are Esau Edom. 80 to 90%, leaving a good 20 to 10% who are Hebrew Israelites in another skin hue, which is so-called red white. So, and thus, the majority of so-called red white people, European Caucasians, are going to get set on fire, and they're all the devil demons the Bible speaks of. Genesis 25:25. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Esau meaning wasted away. He is wasted away. And after that, his brother came out, and he took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was Jacob. And Isaac was 80 old when she bare them. And so and thus. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. So-called red, white, European, Caucasian, running all over the world, destroying and killing everything and everybody, so he can claim master. You don't claim master by killing and destroying everybody, including yourself and your people, you dumbass assholes. Some of these reprobates on the higher upper echelon of the left-hand side Illuminati, niggas who literally talk to Satan, are so fucked up in the head, and Satan has their balls so in his hand that they, so-called red, white, European, Caucasian, the highest levels, Rothschilds, DuPonts, uh, so on and so forth, think that they will not die. Literally, they believe Satan when he says that Esau, Edom, so-called red, white, European, Caucasian, is not going to die and will live forever. Or that if they do die, they can be resurrected and live forever, or resurrected as many times. I'm telling you, these Satanists believe some fucking stupid shit that Satan himself has told them. And just on a side note, most of you white people are completely lost and getting fucked by your own fellow white people. The whole world is fucked because of white people. Thank yaHaWaH that knowledge is increasing, and through the unicorn internet, a lot of white people are figuring out, coming to a conclusion that white people are the goddamn problem. Also, the nigger is also the problem. Human beings that are not complete pieces of shit, even though they're Esau Edom and still going into hardcore slavery, even Esau Edom's people, some of them who are not 100% complete pieces of shit, even though again they will burn and come back as slaves, even they are getting sick and tired of their own white people, and have been sick and tired of you niggers and spicks and goddamn tontos. Truth is coming out. Left hand, right hand, Esau, Edom, Jacob. The people who are pieces of shit of the entire world, which is the majority of the world, are being found out by the people who are not pieces of shit. The righteous are standing up and being woke to the bullshit of the rest of you people, regardless if you're our own family. You people will pay for your fucking mouth. So and thus, I just started on Esau Edom, and I will continue on Esau Edom for the next 2 or 3 videos back to the basics. So until then, Shalom, Bayat Nawada, Baba Shalom.